guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna be talking about why I left college. I went to North Carolina A&T University last year, and I was there for 6 months. I did not return from my winter break, and I haven't been back since. And so I just want to explain my experience. This is not to bash A&T at all or any like university. A&T is a great school. It just wasn't for me personally. So if you're like me, you know, you might have the same feelings about it. And I just kind of want to share that with y'all. So let's get into it. So the first reason I left A&T was the housing. And it's really partially my fault because I did go to NSO, which is New Student Orientation. I went to the first one, and so I was able to pick any housing that I wanted, and I probably would have gotten it. But I just wasn't in the financial situation to be able to afford the better housing. And so I was in Barbie, which is like the oldest, one of the oldest dorms that houses both men and women, or boys and girls. And I just had a very bad experience there. So to begin, our room flooded. We had a flood in our room, and all of my stuff was destroyed by the water. Not destroyed, but everything was wet. I had to wash all my clothes in my closet. Like a lot of my I had birthday and Christmas presents that I had bought for our family back home that had got ruined, and like all this stuff on my shoes, everything that was on the floor, rugs, towels, our covers, like everything got wet. Everything got messed up, bro. Our food, and they were telling us that we weren't gonna get compensated for any of that because we didn't have renter's insurance. So my first thing is getting renter's insurance. If you're going into any housing, it doesn't matter. Even if you're at any university, please get insurance, because you always think it's not gonna happen to you until it does. And then you're out in the middle of the night at 2 o'clock in the morning and your whole entire room is flooded and you have nowhere to sleep. And you have class in the morning. Like, so I don't really like the way they handled that. I just feel like they could have handled it a little bit better, because they were basically like, we can't really do anything about that. So, you know, like the water that it flooded in, the water was kind of murky, it was dirty, and so they were gonna have somebody come and clean the room, because once they got all the water out, it was still dirty because the water was dirty. So there was already dirt on the floor and there was dirty water. It was just like the whole floor was this brown, just nasty, like murky, and it was like dirt everywhere. And so I was like, look, y'all need to have somebody come here and clean this up. And I was like, yeah, we're gonna do that, no worries. Mind you, the room that we were in, you're gonna have like wooden closets and like desks and stuff like that, and water was in the wood. And so my biggest concern was that there was going to be mold, you know, growing. And there's actually already mold in our room that they lied about when we first got there, and they said it was just dirt and they painted the top of the wall. There's going to be mold in your rooms. That's a normal thing, okay? Mold is going to be everywhere. So that's another reason why I didn't really want to stay there, because I don't want to live in mold. So they had somebody come clean the room or whatever, but they didn't clean the room. Like, nothing was cleaned. It was literally disgusting. You could walk in and smell just the smell of sewer water. Like, our room had the worst, but the girl next to me, her entire, like, the border of her door was torn the fuck off from water damage. Like, you could just see the mold, like the water is dripping from the inside the wall, like down the, it was just a lot. It was a lot. I was just like, this is just ghetto. Like, this is just so ghetto, and you're not handling it the right way. And so we told them that we wanted to go to a different room. We ended up going to a different room, and we even had problems in that room. So our first room was on the 2nd floor, and we got moved to the 5th floor of Barbie. We're still in Barbie. When we moved here, we had a bed bug incident. Me and my roommate, we took it to literally everyone we could about this damn bed bug. Like, we literally had it in a paper towel, and everybody told us that either it wasn't a bed bug or they just weren't going to do anything about it. They were doing everything they could to refute the fact that we literally had a bed bug in our room. And so I just don't like the way they handled that either. The next reason is going to be the relationships. If you think that you're about to come to college and as a freshman and find love or some type of like meaningful connection,
it's not going, you know what I'm saying? It ain't going, nah.
as far as like relationships go, not really friendships, but friendships too, but really just relationships, you're gonna have a hard time. If you're a lover girl, you know, it's just not gonna be a good place for you because nobody's really there for love. Nobody really wants to have a relationship and settle down. You know, everybody wants to be single and have fun. And that's fine if that's what you want to do. But me personally, like, I'm a lover girl. And it was just like, although I tried to embrace it and I was okay with like talking to other people at different times and like living this life of like a lot of different people in your space and around you with your energy and stuff, like I tried to embrace it, I really did, but eventually it just ended up eating me up. It was hard because I just felt like I didn't have anyone really, you know, and it was like nobody was really mine because like you share everybody. It's just a very weird like experience. Like some girls are weird with it too, where they're like trying to like, you know, just be weird when it comes to guys and stuff. And I've even caught myself being weird when it comes to guys and stuff, and it's just like, bro, it's not even who I am. Like I caught myself being like weird to the guys and like being weird to myself and being weird to other females, and it's just like when I was in that environment, it just wasn't good for my mental health, like personally as far as relationships goes, because I am a lover girl. I get jealous. I don't like none of that stuff where it's like, oh, hopping. Okay, so this might be like a controversial one, the next thing I'm going to talk about, because every time I try to explain this to somebody, and it was the same problem that I had when I was at A&T, like nobody really understood what I was talking about. And I think that's because like nobody really, not nobody, but a lot of people I guess I was around just didn't share the same ideals as me. I'm not like a very religious person, and everybody I knew was. And so I didn't really have anybody to talk about, you know, my spirituality. I felt very alone. I feel like nobody was really real. I felt like I really felt like it was a matrix, and like nothing was real, nobody was real, because look, this is the reality. Everybody looks the same, everybody talks the same, everybody dresses the same, everybody likes the same music. Like every party you go to, they're gonna play the same songs. Every fucking event you go to, they're gonna do the same chants, the same dances, the same song. I guarantee you they're gonna play the goddamn Lil Baby freestyle every fucking time. Like, and it to me, it was just like, bruh, like, y'all niggas aren't tired of the same thing over and over and over again. Shake your dreads. Lord, don't get me started on shake your dreads. Gas pedal. Like, it's just like every party you go to, it's gonna be the same shit. It's gonna be the same people. It's gonna be they're all gonna be doing the same thing, just standing around shaking ass. And for me personally, like I had fun in the beginning, but that shit got real old real quick. Okay, the next thing is gonna be the laundry. I just don't want to have to wash my clothes in the same washer and dryer that everybody washes their clothes. And if you're in college, you're gonna have to do that unless you drive to the different laundromat, which is another place where everybody washes their clothes at. I just didn't like that because, bro, I messed up so many of my clothes, bro. Like, I bought so many clothes that got messed up in them washer and dryers. You might go and do your laundry, put it in the washer. Is you ready for it to be dry? And there's no dryers available. So you gotta take your wet ass clothes back up to the 5th floor to your room and just wait for a dryer. Come back down and just wait for a dryer. Sometimes there might be one, sometimes there won't. People be taking your clothes out the dryer. Like, it's just a very ghetto situation. Okay, so the next thing is gonna be living with other people. So luckily I was blessed with a good roommate. My roommate, I left her. She was fine. She was clean. We got along good. It was cool. Like, me and her was friends. I liked her. Now, as for everybody else in the suite, people are dirty. My first night there, taking a shower, a girl had her all in the shower. That shit literally gave me a panic attack. Like, I can't do stuff like that. It's gonna just be this random stuff, like smells and just like the bathroom situation. That's a whole thing in itself. The whole other entity is the bathroom, because you're sharing a bathroom, 2 toilets, 2 showers with 6 girls, 8 girls. It's just like, you're gonna have problems ultimately. Like, and my problem honestly wasn't that bad, but I've known people who have roommates of like literal nightmares. Like my friend, her roommate was just like, every time you went in the room, it was like feet and Doritos. The bathroom literally was disgusting. Like, it was hair everywhere. It was razors and like, just, it was just nasty. Like, it's as nasty as you can imagine it to be. That's how it was in real life. Like, this shit is not a fucking game. And for me personally, like, I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot live like that. Alright, so I'm gonna have one last thing and then I'm gonna end this video. I was not gonna be able to afford everything that I need to afford. I would have been stretched way too thin. I didn't really have any help as far as like my family goes. I mean, I did, but not like, I know how I needed it to be. And I had worked like a lot before I went to college, and I still wasn't gonna be able to afford just living expenses really by the time I was 6 months in. And yeah, I was just having a lot of like family problems, so it just wasn't really like the best place for me to be in. So yeah, that's some of the reasons why I left A&T. I left literally like winter break came. I went to college and winter break came and I didn't go back. I put my withdrawal letter in and that was it. And if I would do anything different, I would have took a gap year before I went, and I would have actually figured out what I want to do, got the plan together, then go to school. If you're coming into college and this is your first year of college, please come in with a strong, level head. Please make good decisions for yourself, not for anybody else. Please do not put yourself in any situation where you could be put in harm, danger, like mentally, physically, and emotionally, and spiritually. Like, all of these things combined. Really make good decisions, because it's easy to fall like down the motherfucking steps. But I will also say I had a great experience at A&T. Like, I will be back every year for GHO, because that's kind of my thing. I'll just come and have fun and leave. Like, that's all I really need to do. You're gonna be around people who, you know, are like you, because everybody is, you know, black. And you're just gonna find people, you're gonna learn from people, you're gonna like do new things, you're gonna try new things, and you're gonna like experience that with other people, which is really, really fun. And it's a great experience. It's just, I'm happy I had my experience. It just wasn't for me to be the full 4 years. If you guys would like a part 2, I could make one. Let me know what you guys think of this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.